In the morning when I rise, give me Jesus.
Good morning. Isaiah 61, first verse. The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me because the Lord anointed me to bring good news to the humble. He has set me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim release to the captives and freedom to the prisoners, and to proclaim the favorable year of the Lord. Well, that's why Jesus came. He came in big way to set the captives free, to release the prisoners. And God did that through an earthquake with Paul and Silas, and he's still doing it today through you and me as he lives his life and his purpose of freedom through us. Well, today we're going to see what happened with Paul and Silas and with the prison guard after the prison guard said yes to Jesus and he was set free, he and his whole household, through Paul and Silas now as they proclaimed the goodness of God, the love of God, the freedom that is ours by the grace of God in the gospel, the great news that is ours because of Christ. Well, here's what happened. Acts 16, verses 35 through 40. Now, when day came, the chief magistrates sent their policemen saying, release those men. Well, apparently, after they slept on it, they realized that they had no reason to hold these guys in prison. They'd already beaten them with rods. Verse 36, and the jailer reported these words to Paul, saying, the chief magistrates have sent to release you. Therefore, come out now and go in peace. Well, look at what Paul said. Paul said to them, they have beaten us in public without a trial. And men who are Romans, see, Romans are supposed to be free men. They treated non-Romans as if they weren't even human. And so that's why they were treating Paul and Silas the way they were. They thought they were just Jewish people. Well, Jewish people have value too, if you ask God. And so Paul and Silas said they don't even know how wrong they were because not only do we have value, but we are Romans. And so they have thrown us into prison, and now are they sending us away secretly? No, indeed, Paul says. I am not going to reward them for their injustice. I'm going to expose how wrong they were. No, indeed, but let them come themselves and bring us out. And so the policeman reported these words to the chief magistrates, and they were afraid when they heard that they were Romans. Because you don't treat Romans the way they were treated. You don't beat them unjustly. You don't throw them into prison. They came and they appealed to them, and when they had brought them out, they kept begging them to leave the city. The magistrate said, we don't want any more trouble out of you guys. Please leave because you're Romans and we treated you unfairly, and it's trouble for us that that's the situation. Well, they did come out of the prison, but they didn't just leave real quickly. They entered the house of Lydia. You remember they met Lydia and Lydia offered them hospitality. Well, they went to visit Lydia. And when they saw the brethren, they encouraged them and then they departed. I don't know how long they stayed, but the magistrate said, you guys got to leave right now. And they said, well, we're going to first see the other Christians and encourage them and love on them, and then we'll leave town. And that's what they did. Well, God bless you who rises up against injustice. Oh, you're not rude about it and you're not wrong yourself, but you want to expose corruption and injustice because you walk in truth, because the one who is truth lives his life through you. I look forward to being with you tomorrow. We'll start chapter 17. I'll see you then.
Give me Jesus. Jesus, give me Jesus. You can have all this world, but give me Jesus.